Hey guys, welcome to the channel. How is it going? So today in this video we are going to talk about web novel chapter 209. Now without wasting time, let's begin the video. While Veldora was heading towards the Holy Ruberius, to accompany Luminous and Xian. Meanwhile, Guy and Chloe have been locked in combat for 3 consecutive days. Although neither of them are taking it seriously, fatal attacks are mixed in every so often. Calamity Claw. Without any change in expression, Chloe evaded the attack with large exaggerated movements. Then, she took stance with her sword pointing towards Guy, like nothing had happened. It was a mysterious phenomenon, as though showing Guy's earlier attack hadn't happened. The attack that Guy used, Calamity Claw, was an attack that carried an intense poison property. But it wasn't something on the level of a poison, it was an attack that infected the target with an infectious virus, which also corrodes the mind, starting from the point of contact. In fact, Chloe has really died once to this attack. Although her absolute defense automatically blocks incoming attacks, it doesn't stop the virus which spread to her from her sword. As such, Chloe met her demise from the virus that was spread unto her from receiving Guy's attack. Using ultimate skill Spacetime King, Yog Sothoth, she successfully evades the attack, after remembering the memory of dying once in the future. After experiencing the event once, she returns to the past. In other words, remembering a memory from the future. To the opponent facing her, it had simply looked like Chloe made the lucky choice of evading the attack, but the truth is far from that. Even though neither of them are taking this fight seriously, Chloe has already died 3 times. There was once, where she died due to her own carelessness. She made the choice to try and evade an attack by stopping time, but ended up getting her heart pierced. This simply means, that Guy can move normally even when time is stopped. After remembering that result, Chloe has foregone with the usage of time-stopping abilities, as all it would do was let her opponent know she can stop time. Chloe never fell for Guy's traps. Another supposedly fatal attack whiffs, his many feints mixed into his attacks were all seen through. That's damn impressive, thought Guy. Though neither of them are taking this seriously, would he be able to win if he did? Even if he asks this question, it's not like he has the answer to it, would be his honest thought. What this means, is that he has to acknowledge it. The fact that the true hero Chloe Obel, is an existence that was equal to Guy Crimson. What strength? Guy let out a content snicker. Here he was thinking of defeating Chloe and removing the curse that was plaguing her, as a card he can play against Demon Lord Ryumuru, but things aren't going as planned. Chloe was an even stronger being than Guy has assumed her to be. For Guy, he was already at the point of a farce? No shit, dude. Against Chloe's ultra first-class sword arm, Guy was unarmed. At this point, this was more of an insult than anything, so Guy drew his sword whilst thinking of such thoughts. Take pride in the fact, that you have managed to make me draw my sword. As he said that to Chloe, he pulls a sword out of another dimension. Demon Sword Earth has been yielded to Malim. To replace that, he created Demon Sword World. It was the strongest sword in existence, forged from the hardest physical element known as the Star Heart. Compared to Malim's sword, this sword has been maintained constantly, and it gave off a rainbow-colored luster. Suppressing the waves emanating from the sword, he took a stance facing Chloe. He had the intention of enjoying a pure duel of only swordplay. He was confident in his chances of victory, against Rudra or Vulzard. But, as he faced Chloe, the strongest hero, he had no such confidence in being victorious. This was what it really meant, to be on equal terms. With tensions as high as that one time when he took on Stellar Dragon King Veldanava, Guy confronts Chloe. There was someone observing the battle between the two of them. It was White Ice Dragon Vulzard. Seeing that Guy is enjoying himself, she bit her lip. That which was swirling within her innermost thoughts, was a searing blaze. Anger? No, it's something else. It was envy. Vulzard has been envious for the longest time, ever since her brother Stellar Dragon King Veldanava acknowledged Guy. Staying humorous about the topic, she kept her true thoughts away from Guy. What was coursing through that heart of hers now, were the contents of a message that she received a few days ago. There was a special form of telepathic communication limited to the true dragons. It was a message from her supposedly deceased elder brother Veldanava, that has her bewildered. Would you mind destroying Guy, for my sake? She lets out a sigh, as she thought of the contents. She has knowledge of the current dispute with Yuki, and also about the contents of Demon Lord Ryumuru's request to Guy. To think the true identity of Angramania that resides within Yuki would be Veldanava. Vulzard was hesitant. In truth, there was no need for her to hesitate. Her original purpose was to observe Guy by getting closer to him. Except, she has enjoyed it a little too much, the time which she has spent together with Guy, the kind Guy, the cruel Guy, the fearsome Guy, and the friend who was acknowledged by her brother, Guy. She has grown fond of spending time together with him, who has many faces. But, if her brother is telling her to kill Guy, when he fought Volzard in the past, it was as though Guy was an adult taking on a child, taking pains to not cause unto her undue harm. It was probably since then, when she began feeling the sprout of envy within her heart, towards the man acknowledged by her brother, the demon lord known as Guy Crimson. And Guy, he treats me kindly. But, he never did see me as an equal to himself. That was because, you were too weak. I am strong. I am the strongest species, a true dragon. No, you are weak. Even now, you are still unable to stand beside Guy as equals, am I wrong? Do you want power? If you had more power, you'll be able to stand alongside Guy. But, that is not what I wish for. Are you sure about that? It is because you do not have enough power, that Guy doesn't look at you. If I had power, if I was even more powerful than before, would Guy finally look at me? Certainly. Maybe even more than just that, he might even grant you what you have always wished for. Ah. Power, I want more power. Hearing those words, an evil will somewhere let out a snicker. Now then, release that envy within you. The keyword reverberated in her head. That's right, this was the keyword, to releasing the ability that was carved in Volzard's heart. And thus, the seal on envy, that stellar dragon King Veldanaba set in place, began to unravel. After you kill Guy, you can do whatever you desire. She has gotten her elder brother's permission. She now releases her original abilities, and gain new powers. At that very moment, White Ice Dragon Volzard's heart fell under the influence of Velda, and any trace of her sanity were blown away. Immense energy waves raged about, and began filling the land. Though Harari tried to stop Volzard head-on, it only resulted in her getting her upper and lower bodies separated into two from a single strike of Volzard's magic. The magic was overpowering, it showed how properly controlled the potent energy was. And she awakens. True to her desires, a goddess of envy. I shall be the one to kill Guy. An incredulously powerful absolute frost wave pierces through the ground where they previously stood, and began breaking down the molecular structure of the ground. Chloe and Guy retreated from where they were at the same time. What stood there was a beautiful woman with glacial white hair and alluring blue diamond eyes. Volzard, you. Oh, that's it, seems I forgot about this. So, you have been harboring envy all this while. To Guy's murmur, Volzard showed a slight smile. Guy, did you know, I have, for the longest time. And then, the world stopped. And oh, let me tell you that, this was the time when Veldora's heroic arrival got spoiled. Back to the topic. By the will of one of its rulers, all laws of motion came to a stop. All except the few who were unaffected by this frozen world. Chloe, Guy, and Volzard. The three of them were observing each other, in this world where time does not flow. A world where even time has stopped flowing. But, neither Chloe nor Guy have problems moving. The problem is that for Chloe, there were now two enemies. The current time stop is going to last for quite a while. Though movement is possible, her ability to remember future memories has now been sealed. Having one of her trump cards, a lifeline ability, sealed is a big blow to her. The biggest problem is still the fact that Chloe is still bound to her curse, and is unable to make any moves of her own will. This is the worst possible situation. Chloe took a careful stance, as she prepared herself for the battle with the two of them. Guy had mixed feelings, being slightly perplexed but also deeply understanding his current predicament. At the same time he was thinking, so that's why envy took so long to fully sprout. This looks bad. As I have given my word to Rimuru, I had only intended to play around a little. Time to think. Chloe is under the influence of Velda's curse. That means, co-op with her is out of the question. And Volzard is. TCH. She's totally being controlled. She was giving off the feeling of moving of her own will, but is actually being made to think that is what's happening. Guy noticed that it has been a very long time since he felt this much anger flow out from the depths of his heart. Unforgivable. To put your filthy hands on what's mine. That's some balls you got there, Velda, to control my cute Volzard. If you want to die that badly, I'll give you just that. With an intensely prickly anger, Guy's crimson hair started to bristle up. He needs to confront Chloe, so as not to outright kill her, but fatal attacks where revival is possible are acceptable, to deal with her. And at the same time, protect Chloe from Blizzard's attacks, and return Blizzard to her normal self. This looks a little too hard, even for the awesome me. He was going TCH in his head, while he prepared himself for the worst. And, it was the very moment, when Guy confirms that he was going to totally kill Velda. And it was also the moment, where he confirms that Velda does not equal Velda Nova. Thus, the showdown in the frozen world is about to begin. So guys, this was all for today's video. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.